What's good, everybody? Welcome to Multiple Minute with your host Kwame Fisher Jones and Smoke Freezy, aka Dane Farabee, aka DMF. Dat Mad. That's a funny smirk to start the show
No,
off.
it's not DMF, it's KFJ.
What's good, my man? It's been a while.
Yo,
I'm
it has been a while.
away,
I'm
and
happy to
I'm
be
like
back.
chomping at the
Just just throwing stuff up there. It's all good.
I'm like, man, I've been missing recording, man. So let's hop right to it. So I want to
Yeah,
ask you a
okay,
question.
okay.
So we talked
Me
about
too. I'm ready.
what'd you say?
No, I'm ready to throw something up there. Let's go.
So after I got the jersey on, because after I do this, I'm gonna bang out two or three videos. Did
Okay.
you? We went out one time, right? I went to a comedy club to go see. I want to say Charlie Murphy, but it was Charlie from Dion Cole. Dion Cole, right?
Yeah, cool, yeah.
And we got stuck on the second floor of the comedy club.
Did we?
Yeah, because we couldn't get down because the elevator wasn't working.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah,
We had
yeah.
a hard time
Yeah,
getting up, and then we
yeah,
couldn't
yeah,
get
yeah.
down. So obviously living with a disability that is an issue. What is that like? How do you feel about stuff? Because I was annoyed and I wanted to sue. And you were like, you can look into it if you want.
Yeah, that stuff is a mess. Ain't nothing
Okay.
really built for disability. And it's just not. I accept that. Like if I was a healthier person, I wouldn't even think of some of the things
Mhm.
that would be my challenge. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not going out of my way like, oh, all this stuff has to be disability ready. You know what I'm saying? It's just some things is just not meant for me. You know what I'm saying?
But
And it turns out there's more and more things as I move on in life. But within my multiple sclerosis bubble, I make everything good and
within your multiple
everything.
within your multiple sclerosis bubble, you're a bubble boy now.
The bubble is like I rarely go outside of it because I know that's with the HBs, and I don't mess with the HBs. I love them, but I don't do the HBs.
Yeah, I was thinking about that because it's like, do you have to? So for people that don't know, Damon is in a wheelchair now. In the last episode, we talked about dating, and really didn't want to get into that too tough. But I want to get into
Well,
some.
well, since then I got back with my girlfriends.
Oh Lord! Show her the
You know,
videos. Have you showed her the videos?
once the anger is gone, it's all good.
Have you showed her the videos?
No,
Why not?
because this videos is just nothing to be. Not, we're working on something right now. We're working.
I'm an artist, man, so I'm sensitive about and I feel like you're trying to say there's nothing good, nothing to see here.
There's a lot to see here, but we're working on something. We're not even at the point where we could put something little up where it's got a whole bunch of information that we can help people learn or something. I don't feel we're at that point right now.
I think that what you consider helping people is you have this idea, this linear view of what helping people is. And you don't get to decide how you help someone. They get to decide what helps them.
You're
So,
right. You're right. You're right.
you saying we're not helping people, you don't know who we're helping.
You're right about that. I hope I'm helping the most.
You know
But
what
my
you go through, your experiences
yeah,
and
my experience is unique to me.
or as
However,
you believe them to be unique to you, they may not be.
well, everyone is different with this condition, and my my condition is different for some other people because I seen this one joker. He's in the gym every day, working hard
Mm-hmm.
and stuff. It's like stuff I can do fairly easy, but he's like every day working hard, which is like that's all you could really ask for someone is to work as hard as they can. Doing this MS is a different workout because when I first had MS, I'm thinking like, oh, I'm gonna work out like I used to eventually and just condition my muscles and my body to the point where I'm going to be normal. But it hasn't been that way so far. It's just
It's a
like
new normal.
I have issues.
Yeah, it's a new normal.
Yeah.
It's a new normal, and you figure out a way to process it, but it's still nevertheless a new normal.
Right. It's always changing. And my thing right now is I'm on the push-up grind, which is it makes me happy, as crazy as it might sound, because I know that when I wasn't doing push-ups, I was just full of depression. I was just
Yeah.
like just gritty, like
Mm.
like a mess, just a mess, bro. But
Yeah.
the push-ups and the physical activity really has
Mm.
me feeling good.
The physical activity is what makes everybody feel better. You want to you want to do something, you know. You
Yeah.
just don't want to
And,
feel idle.
but even so, I want to do something. It's like I'm doing push-ups and I'm thinking in the back of my head, I'm barely doing like a little bit of push-ups. But to me,
That's where it starts, though.
the push-ups is big because I think about them all the time. I think about, oh, you got to get that floor to do the push-ups because getting in and out of the floor for me is not as easy as it would be for another
You
healthier
know, there's a
person.
different way to do push-ups. We so the natural way you do push-ups, how it's HBs as you call us, how you do push-ups, you're on a slant. So most of the definition goes to the upper chest and the shoulders. There is actually a slanted push-up where you don't go all the way down. You actually use an object and you bring your arms in this way and push up that way, and you're actually using nothing but chest. So yeah,
Mm.
that might be easier for you. I'll send you a video on it. I haven't
Mm.
started doing those push-ups, but those are the push-ups I'm transitioning to. I do a body weight workout now, and I used to do
Me too.
push-ups in that body weight, or actually I do push-ups in my arm workout, and I do a body weight workout as well. So what I'm going to start doing is transition to the new push-up because I feel like my tricep, it's like with life. The condition, the result is not the cause, if that makes sense. So for
Right.
you, your back started hurting. So your first reaction is to get some back work, stretch your back, do some treatment for your back. When that
Yeah,
wasn't the
yeah, yeah.
issue, that wasn't the cause. What was causing your back to hurt was the fact that you had MS. So
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
that's the case throughout life. Life is, the result or what you notice isn't where the pain is. Something else is causing that, you know? So like you and your girl just got
Right.
back together. The reason why you broke up or the reason why you may got back together was because, today is Valentine's Day. I'm not gonna say that, but you get back today, you squeeze that gift out of her, then you peel
Mm.
on out. But
Maybe, but it wasn't like that. It's just, we're
yeah,
good, but it
yeah, I
wasn't
know.
like that.
I know. But the reason why you broke up may not be your reason, may not be her reason, but you both
Fair.
may
It
have been an
wasn't.
underlining, the cause may have been something underlining.
Man, we're getting into the weeds with that. Let's not go there. Okay.
See, dude, this is supposed to be about living with a disability and the disability you're living with, but you don't want to talk, you just want to serve as on the surface level. You just want to
I
stay
want to tell
surface
people
level.
about my multiple sclerosis story, right? Because this is very embarrassing, and I feel like I gotta tell as many people as possible because
What's
it's very
embarrassing?
it's embarrassing. Okay,
What's embarrassing?
I'm gonna tell you right now.
Well, spit it out.
I
Uh-oh.
fly from Phoenix to Philadelphia, right?
Mm-hmm.
And in the between there's like a layover somewhere and stuff, right? And I'm on a plane popping edibles, and I don't know if you know, but if you eat too much, it could get very, very not good.
No, I don't eat edibles, but I would imagine too much of anything makes you an addict.
It's just, well, I had like 3 edibles at the time,
Is
and it
that too
was
much?
like, yeah, these edibles was just too much. So I fly at this layover point, right? And I get there, right? And I'm just cool at first, and then it hits me like this intense high feeling just rolls over me, and it's just not good. I'm like, ah, and I'm in the airport. I'm like trying to look around and stuff. I got my bag on deck, and then it makes your mouth so dry, and I had to drink something. I was like about to freak out because it was so intense, and I'm trying to.
Okay.
I'm at the
So you
water
just drinking
fountain.
water like a cat.
Well, I'm at the water fountain. At first, it wasn't working. Like I'm pushing the button, like trying to hit it, and then I'm like, and I move around. I'm like, that something's got to happen. And I'm like feeling so woozy. I'm about to call the cops or something, right?
You were going to
And then
cops
I
on
go,
yourself?
I didn't know what to do. I was feeling really messed up, like I was going to pass out. Like I was feeling bad. Like I didn't even know where I was at the time. So I go back to this water fountain, and it finally starts working. And then I'm like drinking, like, and after I'm drinking all the water, I feel a lot better. I'm a lot better, right? And then after I get my fill of water, and then boom, I gotta go to the bathroom so bad, right? So I'm in this airport, right? I'm like, oh man, I gotta
Number
go.
one or number two?
Number one. And you usually when you have to go, it's like instantly like number one. And so I make it to the bathroom. I find the bathroom out, and I get to all the handicap bathroom stalls is occupied
Yeah.
at the moment,
Guilty.
and
Guilty. I like
every
the elbow
every
room in the handicap joints.
right, and every other stall was straight occupied. So I'm looking at the urinals, and I'm at the urinal, and I'm like, holding up by the thing, I'm like trying to stay up, and my joint is going all over the place. I'm boom, it's all on my pants, and I'm in a damn going airport. So to
Wait a
be
minute. Hold on,
honest
hold on,
with
hold on,
you,
hold on, hold on. Question for you. When all the handicap joints are occupied, right? You couldn't
yeah,
obviously couldn't fit in the regular stalls, right?
right, right, right.
Did you use the kids' urinal?
No, no, I just,
Why
bro,
did you use the kids' urinal?
I was in a straight panic. It was like
I
one
just
in
drank a
doubt,
gallon
fire out.
of
Where's the
warm
joint?
airport water.
And I'm trying to hold myself up with the partition in between the stall, and I kind of
Ugh.
I I urinated on myself, kind of not all bad, like, but there's some doggone urination popping off on my doggone pants.
I thought you were going to
So
hit me. I thought you were going to hit me with my camera's focusing in and out. This is a mess. I thought you were going to tell me somebody leaned over and said, "Hey, you want me to help you with that?" Now that would be embarrassing.
no, no, because we would have been in that joint fighting, man. We would have been
You would have been
in
fighting
my
with your wee
wheelchair.
wee
I'm like,
out
what do you
too.
mean you want to help me, fool?
You gonna fight with your wee wee out?
No, heck no. I want to put my ish away, and I would have been getting busy in my wheelchair. I would have rolled, I would have rolled over him or
You'd have
something.
rolled over. That's funny.
But anyway, that's not the end of the story. So I used the bathroom, and I'm gonna fly back from where we was to Philly, and there is people that helped me load to get on the airplane, and I got my pants is a mess. They probably thought I was just some hobo
Hobo.
in the doggone airport, just
A
pissing all
hobo.
over himself.
What are you,
Like,
90 years old? A hobo?
and the girl, they gotta like put you in this seat, and the girl is like sitting there. I'm like, this child is probably looking at me like,
He smells like piss.
yeah. And I felt so bad because I was in that whole airport ride home just raw as f, and uncool jam. So when it comes to that urination, I take it very seriously, because if I have to think I go, I'm going to the bathroom
When
instantly.
it comes to urination, I take that very seriously.
I get my
What is
urinations off.
taking
I'm not.
what is taking urination seriously mean for you?
Well, like I said, I don't within the MS bubble, I don't worry about it like that. But once I go in the HB world, it
The
could get
HB
dicey.
world. That's hilarious, man. That is hilarious. You were supposed to go. We were supposed to go to the DR in March. I'm going now. It appears to be, but with one person, myself. But yeah.
What
So
happened to BT? Bon Thomas.
so Bond said he's going to be out there probably. So I'm going the 13th to the 18th, and Bond said he'll be out there on the 15th to the 18th. Right.
Mm.
But for Bond, it's different because he's on the East Coast, so it's only like an hour flight for him. My other man Q, he's coming. So I should have been. I forgot. As I said, I forgot Q is coming, and so he'll be there, and I think he'll be there on those dates. But two other dudes, one of them works in mortgage, and apparently it's a real bad year for housing, for
Mm.
houses. So and
Mm.
he's getting killed. So he's living off a different income right now. So he may not be able to go just because of the optics don't look good. And the other dude just got married, and yeah, I just don't think he's gonna make it. I haven't heard back from him. I sent the list for the food. We got to pay for the food for them to go
Mm.
shopping and everything. But the reason why I brought that up was because one of the reasons why you didn't want to go and I had to change the whole plan around was
That's
because
what I was going to tell you. That's why it wouldn't look good going to DR, bro.
yeah, it's a process for you, and that is a long flight.
Yeah,
I'm actually
yeah.
staying in North Carolina for overnight. I land at I want to say like I land at like 11 on a
Uh,
Sunday and I leave 9 on a Monday. I land at 11 and I leave at 9 the next day, the next morning. So
well, I'm looking for y'all going to the DR and having a good
you,
time.
you
Take pictures. Take a lot of the girly pictures to send
can't
to
take girly
me.
pictures. And just so you know, people watch these videos. So watch what you say. You're gonna indict Bond very bad. You're gonna indict Bernard very bad. You're gonna get him in trouble. I
Well,
think I
just take
invited
pictures
Raheem.
of the beach and
Yeah, whatever.
the
Whatever.
sharks
Whatever.
in the water and
I'm
the
good,
fish.
but you're gonna indict Bernard. I wanted to invite Raheem, but I think I did, but he didn't go. That dude is
Right on.
hilarious right now. He's living his life. But anyway, yeah, so that when you told me I had no idea how crazy traveling for you was.
Yeah. I mean, and it got progressively worse because
Mm-hmm.
beforehand I could walk to my chair, you know what I'm saying? I would
Mm-hmm.
go, but now it's just like I tried and the girl's like, "You're doing fine." And I'm like, "You crazy, yo, my leg is not moving." She's like, "You're doing so good." I'm like, is anybody
I
gonna help
don't
me?
feel good.
Right.
It doesn't feel too good. Yeah.
Yeah. And she's like, "Oh, you're doing so good." I'm like, "Baby, it's not like that. Yo, you are crazy."
Man, that's insane, man.
Yeah.
It's and those things matter. Like I always look at people crazy when they park in handicap spots and they're not handicapped, and they're like, "Oh, I gotta go real quick," and it's like, dude, well, real quick, 5 lines down. Like I don't
That's
park
another
handy.
thing. Handicap parking to me is like VIP parking, and it
Yeah,
should be there. If it's not there, it's like okay,
my
it's kind of
father,
sucks.
my father's the same way. He can't. He has to use handicap parking. So when he'll even go as far as to wait to see what the person looks like to verify their handicap. Like he gonna get out and air somebody. I'm like, dude, don't sit your old self down.
Yeah, I'm
He'll
not
call people
find
out. Yeah,
nobody over there. Yeah,
yeah, man. He
my
calls people
girlfriend,
out on
she
it.
just got a handicap parking pass, so which is VIP all the way. You know what I'm saying?
Now, does your girlfriend does not have MS, right?
No,
But she's familiar with people with MS.
well, she's familiar with disability.
So she's an HB, but she's an HB with an asterisk.
Very good,
Okay,
very
got
good.
you,
Yeah,
got you,
she
got
got
you, got you.
pretty good, pretty good.
What is your lady's name again?
Aaron,
Aaron.
Erin.
Aaron.
Aaron.
So when you meet Aaron and you explain to her your disability, but more importantly, your frustrations with it. What's that
Mm.
conversation like? Is it easy? Is it like just talk
Well,
to a
because
therapist, or are you like nervous about it?
we have a lot of things that are relatable, even though we have totally different situations.
Okay.
Just by being within for me, the disability, for her, it's disability with an asterisk. You know what I'm saying? And we have, which kind of brings us closer together because we're within. She's in a bubble of our own, and I'm part of her bubble, which makes it work.
Hmm. Yeah, that's because you said you two go places.
Yes.
You go places. So
We're going to go to Vegas pretty soon. Hopefully, we just got
you're
back
gonna
from
drive to
Vegas.
Vegas?
He's driving to Vegas.
Who's driving to Vegas?
She is.
She's gonna drive and you're gonna ride to Vegas. When are you going?
I don't know. Maybe in a couple of months.
I want to go.
You
I
should go.
want to go when you go to Vegas. Because last time we went to Vegas, we were the worst Vegas people ever.
We were.
We had
And
no
another
idea
thing
what was
about
going on.
Vegas, this is some real rap about Vegas. Unless you're willing to blow two bands,
No,
you're
that's
probably
not
not gonna
true.
have a good time.
All you need to do is go out. We did not go out. We went, we walked around our
Well,
hotel. We stayed at the Luxor.
I'm not going out with the HBs. That's just not realistic.
We went to the worst
You know
buffet
what?
in
I'm gonna
Vegas.
watch. I'm gonna watch like shows like the Rat Pack show and Circus
That's
du
going
Soleil.
out.
Huh?
That's going out.
Yeah, that's why I'm doing touristy stuff.
Yeah. And we went to like we went to the worst buffet when we went to Vegas.
Worst, I don't want to call it the worst,
It
but
was the worst.
because
It was four people there. They had Lunchables out. It was the worst buffet
you
ever.
was smoking cigarettes.
Man, it was the
Yeah, I
worst buffet.
mean,
They had Lunchables and canned fruit. It was horrible, man. And I remember thinking to myself, is this what everybody then? So I went to Vegas again for work when I worked with the Warriors, right? And I literally went to my job, to the summer league games, and back to my room. The only place I
mm.
went to was Shaq's Chicken Restaurant.
Yo, I would definitely go check out summer league games. That seems just like a good, cool thing to do.
It was when we were in our 20s, when like Kobe and AI and them were playing. But now it's become such a marketing bonanza. Everybody's trying to market a player. Every agent is trying to get you to look at
Mm,
their player.
hmm
Every team is trying to every team, and now they've have it where it's like segregated. So where I was the people who were important, but not like down where the executives are and the scouts. So it's hard to get down there now. It's just not, and then the players don't play. Like
Well,
we
let me ask you this: when you go to that summer league game, do you wear a suit?
no, people don't wear suits anymore.
Oh, yeah, that's
But
shame. That's
I was in my work polo. I was in
mhm.
Warriors attire, and you get stopped by I I so I went out on the main concourse to try to go network, and
Mm.
I made it maybe 3 steps, and I got it. Somebody wanted me to come check their player out. Then somebody else came up to me, and asked me if I know this person, if I know that person. I got a lot of
Wait a
solicitation.
minute, who are you talking about when you say some person? Do you
These
just
are
know
just
them?
random people that will walk up to go, "Hey, what's up, brother? What's good?" And if it's a Caucasian cat, hello, hi,
Uh-huh.
you work for the words? Do you know Patrick St. Thomas? Like, nah.
Uh-huh.
Um, or in some cases, yeah, I know them. Oh, well, tell
Uh-huh.
them Kip said hello. I was wondering
Uh-huh.
if like everybody's got to hustle. You know what I
How
mean?
many how many minorities is in that space?
Depends. Depends.
Depends.
And the reason why is if you're talking about players, it's probably about 80%. If you're talking about scouts, probably about 40%. If you're talking about executives, I didn't see any. If you're talking about
Mm.
media members, females, black females, quite a bit. Black men, not really. Not really.
Black females, huh?
Yeah, females, it's funny. The further we get into this media game, and I'm gonna get your opinion on this. The further we get in this media game, the less black faces I see. And the black faces I do see, if they're not female, they have either hit a ball, caught a ball, kicked the ball, they did something with a ball to get there.
Mm.
And
Fair.
it infuriates me because on the flip side, in any other cultural group, they don't have experience as players. But for us, we have to have some sort of experience as players. And this narrative has developed in an athlete. I don't want to throw his name out there because I don't want it to be about the athlete. But it chafes my hide. Like it drives me crazy. Bugs a stew out of me when I
Mm.
hear an athlete say, well, I played the game, so I know the game. How can you talk about the game you didn't play the game? And it's such an asinine comment because it comes from a very insecure place. If the
Yeah,
only
that is
way
true.
to gain expertise or informed opinion on something is by physically participating in it, I use this example, then the only people who can operate on cancer patients or any type of illness are people that have had that illness.
Right, right, right.
The only people who can tell you, who can walk you through how to defend yourself, are people that have been attacked. The only people who can talk about championships are people that have won championships. The only people who can talk about winning playoff games are people that have won playoff. Like the pool shrinks and gets smaller and smaller and smaller if your expertise is only going through the physical element. And the flip
Right,
side of that is you can study something and become a you can study something and become informed or a genius about it. You can become a superior mind on a topic or fluent in a language without being from that country.
right.
So I say
You
the
don't
only
have to
way,
play to know it.
yeah, and it comes from a very insecure place because
Insecurity.
if your life experiences revolve around who you are as a man, or your expertise revolves around your sport or your job, then you're a very unintelligent person. Because a wise man knows a lot, and one of the things he knows is that he doesn't know everything. That's the number one thing. The smartest man in the room
That's
always
beautiful.
knows he's
He
not the
doesn't
smartest man
know
in the room.
everything.
What'd
Yeah,
you say?
that's beautiful. He doesn't. He may know a lot, but he doesn't know all. He
You don't
knows
know
that.
everything. You know something, but you don't know everything. So yeah, at first. So I want to tie that in because we got about 8 minutes or so. When you hear someone try to quantify your pain, when you hear someone try to quantify your experiences,
Mm.
do you take that with a great, like, is there a level of disdain or is there like some side eyes? Cause it's like, yo, you don't even
Well,
know Elvis. Like, you don't live this.
it's like you HB's got it so good, man. And I love whatever I don't really deal with you. Like you could look at me and think whatever about that's not my concern. My concern is trying to be healthy, trying to show love to the HBs and what I'm saying, and love to myself. But other than that, I don't care. Like you want to say this or that about my condition, you don't know jack about it. And it still affects me. And I'm not saying I'm going about it 100% the right way about it, but this is what I'm working with. So don't judge me. I pray that you don't judge me or what I'm going through. Just be regular.
Well, I think we'll end it there. Just be regular. I think everyone's regular is different. Everyone's regular.
Everybody's regular. Right. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
everyone's
Yeah.
regular is different. I think the only thing, or I should say, I think the only thing that is regular is being irregular. There's no comfort in being regular.
Regular, but comfortable. Like I can't be around people that are making me uncomfortable about my MS, or
Do you come across that a lot?
I don't, because
We
I'm
did. We
in
did
the
have an instance. That's right. We did have a situation, and
right. And
I told
that's
you that that's what that was about. He just didn't want to have a person in a wheelchair in the club.
right, right. And that's where I want to stay. Like, if he's telling me I can't come in their spot, I'm like, okay. Like, if I'm going in your spot, that's outside of my bubble, and I'm probably going to be uncomfortable at
Yeah,
some point.
I'll tell the story real fast. So
And
we
I got to
were
go to the bathroom, and then it's just like unnerving,
well.
especially you.
Rule number one: don't ever use the bathroom at a strip club. But we went to the titty bar, and as we
I
were
don't go to titty bars. I've been to the club. Okay.
okay, we went to the club. Whatever. We went to the club, also known as the titty bar, and
That's so vulgar.
and as Damon was getting in his wheelchair, excuse me, as Smoke Freezy, that's not vulgar, but as Smoke Freezy was getting in his wheelchair, the bouncer said we couldn't go in because he had on a jersey. And we said, all right. And instead of us, I had a t-shirt in the car, a brand new white tee I had bought. And instead of us using it, we both looked at each other and said, all right. And we just left because we knew it was something other than that. And we were like, we're not going to give him our money. It's
Yeah,
not serious.
yeah.
And we haven't been back since. And I doubt that club will be around much longer.
I don't see. This is one thing that I don't know if those type of clubs is the same anymore. Because back in the day, we would go to one of those clubs,
On that
and it
note,
was
that is
all
it for this episode
smile.
of Multiple Minute.
It
We are
was
not going
all
to indict
beautiful,
anyone.
gorgeous women.
We are going to end the episode here. That is this
Peace.
episode of Multiple Minute. That is Smoke Freezy. I'm Kwame Fisher Jones. Until next time, we will see you.
Oh
Peace.
yeah, peace, y'all.